All right, it's Steve here at Steve's Vintage Model Builds with a special short video today. And I won't subject you to my face for very long. We got some goodies coming up. But before I go there, I wanted to give a big thank you and tons of appreciation to my subscribers and viewers. I've reached 103 subscribers, so I broke the 100 mark, which I'm both surprised and pleased about. And I'm very happy that enough people are interested enough to subscribe and watch. Getting lots of views and lots of very positive comments. And again, I want to express my appreciation to the support I've received in the comments of my videos, and also the advice and information that I've been given. I really appreciate all of the positive comments, and as I've always said, I always welcome constructive criticism, suggestions, and ideas. So thank you all again. I really can't say how much I appreciate it. I'm an amateur, no question about that. But I hope that others can relate to what I do here. There's lots of great guys out there who, Model Minutes, Zinzan Scale Modeling, Peter Oxley. These guys are like top-rate modelers and really nice people too, as far as I can tell. Zinzan. And so, anyways, but I think that a lot of modelers, especially beginners and novices, can really relate to what I do and appreciate the modestly priced vintage kits that I build. Or in the case of the Fairchild, attempt to build. I got a lot of comments on that failure on my part. And I just want to remind everybody that everything here is, it's my opinion, and it's not carved in stone. And I had no intention of saying that the MPM Fairchild kit was the worst kit ever built, ever. My intention was to show that it was the worst kit I ever tried to build. And I think I gave very valid reasons for it. I can appreciate very much, and I'm thankful for the encouragement that I got and the suggestions I got. But really at this point, the pieces are going in a box, and it'll be stashed away somewhere far from my stash of real models. And again, MPM today, they look to be a great company. They distribute model kits from other manufacturers and sell all kinds of modeling supplies and so on and so forth. So, as I said in the brief note, I wish them well. And being in the Czech Republic, I'm not going to be able to order from them directly, but I will certainly look to see if I'm ordering on Amazon or somewhere like that. I won't reject them out of hand. So I hope everyone understands that. And again, I just ask, I welcome comments, and I just, I'd appreciate it if everyone, as 99.9% of the commenters have been, to keep them respectful. So, and keep in mind too that a lot of kids may watch my channel. So please try and, well, profanity won't be tolerated. We'll put it that way. All right? It's a kid-safe space and a troll-free space. So if you're only here to troll, then you won't last very long with me. I'm not going to go into a big long story about it, but the fact of the matter is, in 2015, I had a major heart attack. I was flatlined for 12 minutes. I was dead for 12 minutes. And for reasons I don't understand, I didn't die. But it did affect my cognitive abilities somewhat. And so if people feel the kits I build are too simple or not complex enough, then the reason for that is that I have difficulty with those things. And one of the reasons I took up modeling again was to keep my mind sharp and keep my fingers busy. So I hope everybody can appreciate that. Anyways, so that's that. I won't mention it again. And other than to say that, you know, for those who might be in the same situation, who've had a heart attack or some other illness that's debilitated them, don't give up. Find things that you can do, that you can enjoy. And as my story, I've always told this story after the heart attack, and I used to love doing crossword puzzles, online, regular crossword puzzles, whatever. But after the heart attack, because of the cognitive abilities, I wasn't able to anymore. And it just became a huge frustration for me. So I talked to the doctor about it at one time, and and I told him how disappointed I was and how frustrating I was, and that I wasn't able to do crossword puzzles anymore. And he turned to me, he looked at me, and he said, "Then don't do crossword puzzles anymore." Like the old Groucho Marx joke, "Doc, it hurts when I do this." Well, then don't do that. Okay? So sometimes in life, we have to accept that we can no longer do things that we used to be able to do. And this applies to simply getting older as well. And again, without making a big deal about it, try not to get discouraged. Find the things that you can do them well. I had to give up golf. I can't golf anymore either because my chest took such a pounding while I was on the thumper trying to keep my heart bumping. And I really miss it. But it was more painful than it was enjoyable. So that's it. Okay, so enough of my face. There we go. Got some goodies here today. I think I've shown this before. I'm going to show it again because I'm proud of it. Here's the Spitfire. Decals are finished. Everything's completed. Got the aerial wire. I don't know if you can see that. Got the aerial wire up. Decals underneath. Everything looking good. Viewers will know I finished the Tilly. And this pilot is actually going to go here. He'll be glued on. But yeah, he'll go there like he's climbing up into the truck. I've also completed other figures in the same package, or in the same kit for the diorama. Apologize for the lighting. Anyways, you got the little doggy. Yeah. My cat doesn't like that, but anyways. Excuse me. Alright, so that's that for now. And so now I have some new kits to show. I got it working on the lighting in here. I got a new lamp on the way, so one of those magnifier ones. So hopefully that'll help a lot. So again, I apologize if the lighting's not great, but I think the audio's good now. Huh. Okay, so in no particular order on receipt, I've been a busy boy, and most of you will understand, this is, our hobby can be a bit of an obsession in many, many ways, but I am keeping things reasonable and organized. Thank you, TD Bank, for the rewards points. I've got quite a few kits and other accessories just using rewards points. Don't cost me anything. So, and again, I won't give the price on every single kit except when I do the individual review. But generally speaking, $50 is about my limit. I will go over that occasionally, but only if it's something really exceptional. I don't think I have yet, but I gotta leave the door open. Oh, I saw a nice quick review from Hammerhead model channel today, Brett, and it was the twin there goes the heart attack head again. The twin Mustang. The Mustang that was like two Mustangs crammed together into one aircraft. And it was from a company called Model Civ. That's Model and then S-I-V. A Ukrainian company. And boy, what a nice looking kit. Check out the video. It was just published yesterday or today. That's Hammerhead Models. So you can look them up. And I'll put what do you call it? A link. At the bottom for this presentation in the information. So beautiful kit. I looked it up. Amazon has it, and $156. And from what I saw, worth every single penny. But that's way out of my budget. I'm not a poor man, but I'm not a wealthy man either. And I was always raised to set yourself a budget and stick to it. So it's allowed me to do a lot of things that I want to do and get a lot of enjoyment for a reasonable cost. So that one goes on the if I ever win the lottery wish list, or if one of my oil and gas investments declares a huge special dividend. Might use some of it for that. Anyways, I put it on my wish list in Amazon, and if it goes on super sale, I'll go get it. Without being I try to avoid politics on the channel here, but any opportunity to support Ukraine is a good opportunity. So check it out and have a look. Okay, so onward and upward. Got some new kits here. Oh, before I get on to that, the voting for the next kit to build is still open. You can visit the community section of my channel vote on one of the 4 kits there. So far there've been no votes for the Premium Hobbies Zero, poor little Zero, and coming down the stretch, it looks like it's going to be the Academy World War II military vehicles, the Jeep, the Kugelwagen, and I think it's called a Kammerkrad. Anyways, the tracked cycle, the German tracked cycle. So yeah, put your vote in there, or just leave a comment, and at the end of the month we'll tally them all up, and then I'll get started on the next build. Okay, so here I'm just showing off here today. I'm not reviewing anything in particular. And so to start off, I've got 2 Academy kits here. I still haven't built an Academy kit yet. If I build the World War II vehicles, that'll be my first one. So they look like fairly simple kits, nothing too complicated, but they look like fun. And every kit comes in a nice box, plastic sealed, nice artwork, nice details on the finished model and so forth. So I've got the Ju-87G Stuka, the Tank Buster, and you can see those big 20 mil, whatever they are, big cannons, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so there we go. So there's that one. Nice photos on the side here too of the completed model. Sorry for the glare. I'm going to try and work on that. The other one I got was, and these are 172 kits. This is the Tempest 5, the Hawker Tempest 5, and again, same format, nice artwork, plastic sealed box, very reasonable price. So those are both nice additions to the stash. Got the Tamiya Panzerkampfwagen 2 Aus FG. This one is $135. So I've got a couple 135 kits. I had mentioned for the Sturmschutz 4, I might paint it up in Africa Corps colors, and some very helpful commenters and one unhelpful commenter pointed out that particular self-propelled gun did not serve in Africa. It served in Italy and Europe. The Germans said, and I should have known this, again, I'll put it down to heart attack head. By the time the Sturmgeschütz 4 came around, the Germans had already been kicked out of North Africa. And so, anyways, yeah, thank you for the helpful comments. Thank you for the information. And I may have to move that and maybe this and a couple more kits. I might have to move them to Italy or Europe. The climate's nicer there anyways. So, anyway, so yeah, so there's that. This one's I already opened it. It's a nice little kit. Get quite a bit. Top and bottom. Like I said, I'm not going to review. I'll just show it since it's open. You get one bag with 4 sprues plus the rubber parts and the rubber tracks, or vinyl, I guess they are. So a lot of people don't like the vinyl tracks, but But for me, they're a lot easier than piece by piece, bit by bit, that the rivet counters seem to like. I understand that's because, you know, the way they hang, they look more natural. But I've learned a couple techniques with the, excuse me, with the vinyl tracks, how to make them look like they're hanging naturally with the use of some super glue. Okay, so there's that. There's another Academy kit. This one's, again, is 172. This one came from my local hobby shop, NRC Hobbies. And it's the German fuel truck and Schwimmwagen. The Schwimmwagen. Anybody who grew up in the 60s will recognize this as a dune buggy. I think they were both, this one and the Kubelwagen, they were both Volkswagens designed by Ferdinand Porsche. And I think they're basically the same thing, just with different bodies. They're a bucket on wheels. So, speaking of Ferdinand Porsche, people who probably don't watch this channel might have something to say about German this and Japanese that, and so on and so forth. Well, life moves on, the world moves on. Companies like Mitsubishi, which manufactured the Zero and other Japanese aircraft for the Imperial Japanese Air Force and Navy, they now build cars. Likewise, the Nakajima Company, which its most famous aircraft was the Kate, torpedo bomber, dive bomber. The Nakajima Company is now known as Subaru. Moving on to Europe, Ferdinand Porsche, he designed a lot of German tanks and vehicles. Hugo Boss designed uniforms for the Nazi SS. And both are highly successful companies now that make good clothing and good cars. Likewise, BMW wasn't known as BMW back then. Same situation. So anybody who wants to get snooty and stick their nose up about, you know, you shouldn't be interested in this or whatever the case may be, they might be driving something that, you know, comes down directly from that stuff. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Like I say, I try to avoid politics, and I mostly do. With that particular comment, I don't see it as political. I just see it as providing some historical context, as it were. Okay, lastly, I got this, and this is an ICM kit, Ukrainian manufacturer. The figures for the Spitfire RAF ground crew, they were from ICM as well. The Spitfire kit was from Tamiya, and I've since learned that ICM makes both this, which includes the ground figures, and a Spitfire kit that includes all of the same ground figures I ordered separately. And the price difference was about $15 cheaper by ordering the consolidated kit instead of getting them separately. So you all know I love Tamiya for lots of reasons. Some people criticize that they're too simple. That's what I like. No fuss, no muss. They're also extremely reliable and high quality. So I like to challenge myself, but as I said in my earlier comments, there's a difference between challenge and increasing frustration. So to me, it's great. They're great for novice and intermediate builders, beginner builders in a lot of cases. So, don't get down on people because, they're a big fan of, I have Hasegawa kits. I have, the Academy kits. I don't have any Wingnut Wings or Katare, mostly because they're out of my price range. And of course, Wingnut Wings, they're out of business now. But Katare has picked up their torch. And then there's the Revell kits, which, as everyone knows, I have mixed feelings about. Some of them are great, some of them are good, and some of them are nasty. A lot of fit issues there. And I also have a very old Lancaster from Revell, 172 scale, tooled in 1963, and new parts in 1965. Woohoo! But I tell you, Flash City, there was just, there's so much flash on there. It's probably going to take 3-4 hours just to clean the flash off of the parts. Other than that, though, it looks like a nice kit and might be fun to build. So you'll be seeing that before too long. All right, so here we are, almost up to 30 minutes again. Once again, a final, ongoing, great big thank you to all of my subscribers, all of my viewers. You may get tired of me saying I know how valuable people's time is, and I can't say enough how much I appreciate that you spend some with me and my channel. I hope you find it interesting and informative, and as I've always said, and I've said earlier in the video, I welcome comments, I welcome constructive criticism, advice, ideas, tips, but let's try and keep it respectful, all right? And avoid profanity, please. I got thick skin, but like I said, there might be kids watching this channel, or young people, and they get enough of that stuff outside. They don't need it here. So, kid safe space, troll free space, and thanks again very much. I hope the channel keeps growing, and I hope to bring more interesting videos and model builds. So, thanks again, everybody. Have a great day.